So, we begin psychology with theoretical mind, spirit, intelligence. As usual, we begin with immediacy, namely intuition, and intuition as sensation. We watch how sensation, the content or object, which is implicitly rational, by stages gets inwardized and changed into thought, the universal, the concept. The object is first individual, contingent, and external, and then becomes universal, necessary, and internal. Sensations are at first within ourselves, but attention, the next mode of intuition, begins to externalize the sensations. The final mode is intuition as such, which completely externalizes or objectifies the sensations, placing them outside ourselves in space and time. Important here is that we must recall there is no outside for spirit or mind, which encompasses everything, including the object, within itself. So, the so-called external object is an illusion or semblance, i.e., it seems to be outside us, but in reality is not. We next advance from intuitional intelligence to representational intelligence, or simply to representation, which inwardizes and universalizes the individual immediate object of sense intuition. It has three forms: recollection, imagination, and memory. In recollection, I see or intuit an immediate, independent object or content, and recollect or remember that I have seen it before. Thus, the intuited content, say of a beagle, then becomes an image. That is, something inside me, inside my mind, not outside. The image is mine, but is not yet a thought, which is the goal. The mind, accordingly, is a deep black pit containing a wealth of slumbering images that can rise to the surface any minute. Next, we have intelligence as imagination. Imagination is simply a determiner of images. There are three modes. Reproductive imagination just determines the entry of images out of the pit into reality, the daylight of my awareness, and does this voluntarily. Associative imagination relates images to one another and thereby raises images to universal representations, i.e., ideas or pictures. Finally, symbolizing, sign-making imagination relates the particularity of an image, e.g., an eagle, the symbol, to a universal representation, strength, the symbolized. The sign, as opposed to the symbol, is some immediate intuition which represents a wholly different content from the content that the intuition has for itself. For example, intelligence, thinking, and language need to have signs that consist of several letters or syllables. Lastly, the faculty or activity of memory, or intelligence as memory, which is higher than imagination as it is the bridge to thinking. In memory, the sign, as words and names, is recollected into intelligence, which is given the form of something external and mechanical, a unity of subjective and objective. Again, three kinds. One, the memory that retains names and their meaning. Here, the name is the thing. For example, we understand the name lion without the intuition or image of a lion. Two, reproductive memory, where words become a reality animated by thought. And three, mechanical memory, which, for example, memorizes a speech by heart or by rote, ignoring the meaning of the words. This is a unity of subjectivity and objectivity. That is, when word and meaning become one, meaning disappears. Words are associated externally, not internally or via their meaning, which is like thought. Since thought itself has no meaning, that is, thought does not refer to anything other than itself, than the thought. Indeed, the thinking, the subjective, is not different from the thought, the objective.